Hey everyone, today we will take a look at different AI tools which will help you to cut down your development costs. We all know it, all the prices rise every day and we need to save money wherever it's possible, but I also noticed that many people save their money in the wrong places basically. That's why I want to give you an overview today so you know how you can achieve your dream of your own game easily inside of your current budget. So later in this video, I will show you how we managed it to build, for example, those hyper-realistic cities, which you see in the background, using random generation tools like Houdini, which saves us hundreds of hours of work since we don't need to manually put everything together there. And yeah, it also can help you to quickly build those high realistic levels for your games. But let's start with the mistakes many people make to save money. The first thing I notice is that they don't want to spend money for mentors because they see this game creation process more like a hobby or think that they already know everything. But in the end, they will work together with unreliable, constantly changing team of freelancers, which will never finish a project. And a mentor can help to find the right people working on your project, but also to plan and organize your ideas. And not only that, a mentor can also show you ways how you can create a game with a lower budget or where you can save money. So the people don't understand that they spend some money for a mentor to, in the long term, save money in the development, because a mentor maybe already knows ways to, like, for example, using existing frameworks or also using those AI tools. And the mentor can show you those new ways where you maybe didn't thought about in the first place. The second thing here is that many people also don't want to spend more than like 60 euros per hour rates basically for developers, which already have much experience. But they don't understand that those super skilled developers don't get the money for the 1 hour they work. They charge those amounts because of the 5, 6 or 10 years of experience which they made before, which means that they know exactly how stuff need to get implemented so they can solve many problems much quicker and more cost effective, because a beginner maybe recommend to buy many asset packs from the marketplace, mix them and combine them somehow together so that in the end nothing will really work and you just wasted a lot of money basically. And the third and last point I noticed basically that many people waste so much money into marketplace assets they maybe never use for their game in the end basically. The thing is, we already created many frameworks for different types of games. Like with this framework, I mean, we already created a foundation for a game basically, where we only need to replace the characters and all that kind of stuff. And this is a system which is put together and work very well, and is also like optimized that it, for example, also works good in multiplayer and all that kind of stuff. And now people think that it makes more sense to go to the marketplace and buy those cheaper asset packs and put them together randomly. But they don't understand that all the asset packs which are in the marketplace have their own unique coding style, and sometimes it can cause issues when you just mix everything you find in the marketplace together, and everything will get messed up. Also when you work then together with like constantly changing team of unreliable freelancers basically. Everyone has its own coding style and some are more organized than others, and this can quickly cause that your project will get messed up and don't work at the end, and then you need to restart the development all over again, and this will save or will cost you so much time and money, which is unnecessary basically when you directly choose to work with a game foundation which works out of the box, where you only need to change the characters, for example, adding new weapons and stuff like that basically. Now we already had some points what you should not do to save money basically. Instead, I recommend to spend more money in coaching, working together with reliable developers or a studio which help you with the full game development. But I will talk more about that later. Now I want to show you the different AI tools which you can use to save much money in the development as an indie game developer. The first AI I want to mention is Midjourney. I often saw it that people hire expensive mock-up designers or in general designers who make concept arts and stuff like that. And that's also good to already have a rough overview how everything should look like in terms of the level or new characters and stuff like that. But for example, with Midjourney, you can also generate your own concept arts or plan your levels or characters or any other things. And this will also save you a lot of costs for those concept artists, which is not really needed in the beginning as an indie developer. In my opinion, those concept artists get really good or they are very necessary basically for bigger game productions and stuff like that. That, for example, the character designers already have an overview how everything should look like, or also the level designer know what they need to do and all that kind of stuff. But as an indie developer, those not free tools, but those cheap tools also are enough in my opinion. So now you have your concept art, for example, for your own character, and now you also want to create your character. There you can also use, for example, the Metahumans from Unreal Engine. It's not directly an AI tool, but I want to list that here as well, since it also it's a great tool where you can easily create your own metahumans or characters into like 5 or 10 minutes basically. So it's a very crazy tool to quickly create your characters. But I also saw, for example, some plugins on the marketplace, which you maybe also can use, where you just need to provide a photo or a picture of a person from the real world basically, or generated from this AI, and then this tool will automatically generate you the character which fits to this picture basically. The next thing where people often spend a lot of money is like with the voice generation, for example, for your characters. Because once you have the character also maybe should talk, or you want to interact with them and all that kind of stuff. But there are also many asset packs in the marketplace you can use to generate a voice using just a string of text basically. And this can also save costs for voice actors, and of course those AI tools are still not perfect basically. Like, for example, AAA games still need voice actors, of course, also because you want to build up emotion basically, like with the voice, and those voice acting with AI still don't have this emotion and this variety there.
Today I'm doing well, thank you. How about you? I'm just a curious chatbot. I love learning about different people and cultures.
But you can already use those, for example, maybe for, I don't know, sci-fi games, since there also you could pitch the voice a little bit because your character maybe wear a helmet or a mask and all that kind of stuff. So like that, it's normal that the voice sounds maybe a bit weird or strange, you know?
I am your father.
The next thing when you have the voice acting basically for your character is the question how you can do, for example, facial animations. And for example, for that task you can also use audio to face from the NVIDIA Omniverse. And with this tool you can easily create facial animations which will get generated with the audio to face program you can find, as I mentioned, in the NVIDIA Omniverse, and you can easily import audio file there basically, and the tool will provide you with the animation you can then apply to every metahuman inside Unreal Engine. And this will also save much time in animating the characters and all that kind of stuff. And now let's come to the point which I already teased in the beginning of the video, the Houdini level generation. Now you have your characters in place, but maybe also want to have a level to actually play the game. And that's also no problem basically. We achieved that by making a Houdini script which easily create a city similar to the Matrix city demo from Unreal Engine. So you just need to press a button, wait 2 hours or something like that to generate your level, and voila, it's done. And of course, those 2-hour generation time is a bit long, but you can't compare it with building everything by hand, which would take weeks or months. And it's already like a great enhancement basically that it's possible to build those levels in like 2 hours of time. The next thing I want to talk with you is the general characters in your game, designing the different background stories and dialogues and all that stuff. And here I also found a solution called Convey AI. And now you have the cities and the characters, but exploring the city alone maybe it would be a bit boring. So let's say you also wanted to have NPCs or companions or other pedestrians where you can interact and talk with. And that's also no problem. And with this Convey AI, you can just provide the ChatGPT backend 2 lines of a background story, and now you can talk with those characters and interact with them and also have realistic conversations, which is really crazy. Hey!
Hey there, what can I do for you today?
I don't know.
Well, I specialize in jewelry trading. Do you have any pieces you'd like to buy or sell?
I would like to buy.
Great. What kind of jewelry are you looking for?
I like rings.
Excellent choice. Do you have any particular style of ring you're interested in?
Not really.
No problem. I'm sure I can help you find something. What kind of styles or materials do you usually like?
Here you have a microscope in the lab. Can you show it to me?
Absolutely. I'm glad you're interested in seeing the microscope. I can certainly show it to you. Feel free to come to the lab anytime you like.
Well, thanks so much. What do you look at with this microscope?
With this microscope, we can look at plants, insects, and rocks. We can also magnify the objects up to 45 times. This is great for studying the details of different specimens.
If you now want to learn more about those different mentioned tools, let me know it in the comments, then I can also make a more in-depth video about how we created those things I showed in the background videos. But if you're now also looking for a mentor to help you build your game in an efficient and cost-effective way, or also a team of developers helping you to build your dream game, then I have something for you basically. We talked a lot about Unreal Engine, game development and all this stuff. I started in this area myself 6 years ago, and I know how complex it can be to start in this area, since during that time I tried to do everything myself and made many mistakes I learned from, because I, for example, also worked together with unreliable freelancers which cost high costs for things I didn't really need it or can't use at the end. But luckily I learned from those mistakes and can help my customers so that they don't need to make the same mistakes which I've made in the past. And currently I am also offering a first free 15-minute call where we can together analyze your situation or game idea to check how we maybe can help you to realize your dream of your own game. Because over the time I also built up a team, so I'm able to help you with the full process of game development. So we help from the planning to the development and also later with marketing if that's needed. So your game launch will be directly successful with this service which I actually never saw before anywhere. And I'm already good connected in the industry. Since every game project is very different, I offer those first free calls basically. In a first free 15-minute call, we will analyze your situation, your idea for the game and all that stuff. And if everything fits, we will jump in a second free strategy session where we will actually work out a plan which you can use then to actually build your game in the most effective way, basically together with us or also with other people. That is also totally fine. But we will help you working out this plan basically completely for free, and we will show you how you can actually realize your dream of your first own game inside your existing budget basically. And that's also a service we offer which I didn't so often before. I heard it from many of my clients that they worked together with developers where they just chatted a little bit, then they worked on the project, but they maybe also misunderstood some parts because they just chatted and didn't really talk about all the things which need to get implemented, and also they didn't get overview about the different solutions, how you can build it, because when you want to go from A to B, there are more than just one way basically often in terms of the development. There are many different things you can do, and every solution will be for a different situation where you are in basically. And that's really where we go the extra mile basically to analyze your situation to find the best way to solve those problems you currently have with your game development. So I'm looking forward now to meet you in our first free strategy session. You can easily find the link for the application in the description of this video. So really, what are you waiting for? Book your free strategy session now. Really, you don't have nothing to lose, but much to win. But that's it for this video now. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.